Welcome to the Shooting the Breeze Conversation with the DJ podcast with your host, Eric Lee and Lorenzo Ice-T Thomas.
My mic sounds nice. Check one.
My mic sounds nice. Check two.
We're just checking.
Yeah.
Shoot the Breeze Conversation with the DJ, man. I love the way that beat drops.
Yes,
Yo, shooting Eric Lee in the place. And who are you, my brother?
I be the LIT, the CIT, always on fire. I stay lit. Lorenzo Ice-T Thomas.
Welcome to Shooting the Breeze Conversation with the DJ, where Lorenzo and I get an opportunity to talk to people in the music industry, business sector, entertainment, arts, you name it. We're going to talk about it because we're a couple of DJs and we're going to shoot the breeze. Now,
we love shooting the breeze, that's for sure.
We can shoot the breeze all day up in this.
That's right.
Piece.
That's right.
This week goes without saying that, we've been talking, we say it every week. These aren't folks that we just put on the show. These are people that we know. These are our friends
and family.
And family.
And
the
family.
brother
Right.
And the brother I'm about to put on, whoo! Man, you know what? It's interesting because it's every week it gets bigger and bigger in terms of, the relationships that we have and the folks that say, look, Lorenzo, we're going to do the show because it's you. All right. Well, we'll take that.
Right.
We'll take that. And the brother that I'm about to bring on, responsible for, I don't know, what's that girl named? Mary J. Blige?
Her.
Somebody named Patti LaBelle. Who's that?
Yeah, her too. Yeah.
These guys are running around the country right now. They call themselves New Edition.
Oh, those guys too.
Those dudes.
And there's some other guys that are running around the country too with them as well.
Yeah. Guy,
those guys. Yeah.
Did you go to school with one of them guys?
Yeah. I think we went to school with one of those guys.
We went to school with one of those guys.
Yeah. So all three of us went to the school with one of those guys. Right. And I even competed in a talent show against one of those guys.
I forgot about that.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about
it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my man, Bo Sampson.
Whoa, what's up?
Well, what you know?
Man, if I got any better, I couldn't stand it. That's what my father used to say.
What's up, Bo?
What's up, Ice? Man, it's crazy because all three of us went to Virginia State.
That's right.
At least at one point, at one time.
Right. Exactly. So we won't say what year it was as of yet, but when people start doing the math, they'll be able to figure it out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. You looking good, though.
Man, thanks a lot, man. Trying to hang in there with you guys. You guys are really like entertainers, to be honest.
Why would you say that?
Even though y'all jocks, think about it. You guys are entertaining the radio waves.
Okay.
I'm just saying, in my opinion.
Right.
Whether it means anything.
But I just got off. No, it does mean something. I just got off the air. I'm on Star 94.5 Monday through Friday, 3 to 7 in the afternoons in Orlando. And it is a show where you are entertaining. You're entertaining an audience. So when you say that, it's like today's conversation, or I should say question, was about Case. And Case came out and made a statement saying that Charlie Wilson sings better than Luther Vandross. So he came out. He said that. So got the audio, and ran it on the air. And there were some people that actually agreed with Case, saying that Charlie Wilson could sing as well as Luther Vandross. But then I think you got to remember, it has been 18 years since Luther passed.
Yeah.
So it's like you have a huge audience that does not remember how well Luther Vandross sang. And as you see over the last 20 years, Charlie Wilson is Uncle Charlie. And when he go on stage, you don't want to follow Uncle Charlie. You know what I mean?
You're right about that.
So I think that audience, it made for a great conversation today. So when you say entertainers, you're actually right, because that's all I did all day long today was entertain and had fun doing it too.
Followers, influencers. Remember that.
Right.
Think about it. Y'all have followers.
Right.
Yeah, we got a couple of them. If you guys,
all good, maybe.
We're trying to keep up with each and every new platform that turns around. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was doing good on Twitter, and then IG came on, and I started it, and then I stumbled, and now I can't even keep up anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like forget it.
And if you guys are checking us out on Facebook, make sure you hit the like button. We truly appreciate it. If you're checking us out on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscription button as well as the notification button, as every week at 8 p.m. we bring on a new guest to talk about the music industry, some of the things that you don't know about what happened in the music industry, as well as some of the things that you do know. But one of the reasons why Lorenzo and I wanted to do this thing, Bo, is because we made jokes at the beginning of this part of the program where we talked about Patti LaBelle and Mary J. Blige and Guy and Jodeci and New Edition. But a lot of folks don't understand that in order for them to be who they are, there is a team of people behind them that help make them successful. And we wanted to give you guys your flowers while you're right here.
Oh, man.
That's right.
You are one of those people.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because, we've known each other for years, and you had hits when you walked through that radio station.
Yeah, man.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. You had those hits.
Yeah, but it was a lot of effort. It's a team effort,
Absolutely.
Everything is based on the hype. Look at the Popeyes chicken sandwich. How much hype was on that chicken sandwich? Ice.
Oh my goodness, you remember that? That was a phenomenon.
People were killing.
They were going crazy. It was like
Popeye sandwich. That was not that good, but it was so much hype on it.
Right. When I finally did get a chance to taste it, I was like, "You have to be kidding me!"
Yep.
They were going crazy over this.
Now McDonald's got a chicken sandwich. The Burger King got chicken. Everybody got chicken sandwich. It's about creating the hype. And like I said, for me, I learned it from the streets. And I never got too far from the streets. Now, when I say streets now, everybody, I'm talking about radio. We're really retail, clubs, and video at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Well, how did you start in the business?
Man, it's crazy because my first love was basketball. I'm going to tell the quick story where, when I was in high school, I wanted to play basketball. That was my love.
Okay.
So I didn't get a scholarship. I was playing on the same team with Jeff Baxter. They moved him from shooting guard to point guard my year, so I didn't get a scholarship. Went down to Virginia State, played with the Twins, at least practice with them. The Twins down there at VSU.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working out, and I didn't make the team as a walk-on. So I ended up transferring to Bowie. My father knew the coach at Bowie. Oh, man.
I love
Bowie State College. I don't know where you got that picture from.
Look at dude number 14. Number 14 in the middle.
See him. I see him in the middle. God. I see him right there.
Hey, man. At Bowie, I learned how to lose in life. Man, we had a guy enrolled in school. Wasn't even enrolled in school. Was on the team, getting more time than me.
Damn.
It was crazy. Then our trainer was called Freaky Freddy. I never got hurt.
Mm.
So going back to Bowie, so I got in Bowie and I hung out at Bowie.
Right.
And we were losing every year, had to try out for the team. Met a lot of good people, but the thing that kept me going was we would always have fun and laugh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I really got started basically too by throwing parties in the basement of the dorm and stuff, DJing and stuff. And I met a guy named one of my best friends in the world, Marvin Hart. Marvin's stepfather worked for James Brown. His name was Ron Early. You remember Ron?
Yeah.
Eric might.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So Ron was in the business, and I was fascinated that he was in the music business working with Sugar Hill Gang, James Brown, and all these people. Right. So he would give me advice on, about the music business. And, I followed him around. He told me what to do, and I kept doing it. And I helped this guy named Lamont Bowles out for a period of time. And Lamont was supposed to make me his intern, right? And, Lamont liked basketball.
Okay.
So what happened, Ron put us together because I could hang out with him all day and play ball because that's all he did.
Right.
But for some reason, Lamont, he would help me out but it was really his girlfriend, Renee Givens, that gave me the shot to hang with her. And she was officially at MCA, putting posters, working in retail and stuff like that.
Right.
So I did it for about 2.5 years, Ice and Eric, man. And I'm telling you right now that, hanging out, I was like on job training before I got the job. You see what I'm saying? So 2.5 years of helping out, didn't make no money. I was going to give up. Renee got promoted. Renee was the person to put the posters up and work the retail and everything.
Right.
And once she got in, then I ended up getting a job at MCA. I worked with Jay Johnson. Y'all remember Jay, right?
Yeah, of course.
Jay helped me out. So once again, I didn't get in there by myself. People gave me an opportunity to hang around. And I always give people advice, man. Man, if you hang around the business, you can get into the business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I remember when you and Jay came to town. I was like, "Who is that, Jay? That's my man, Bo." All right, what's up, Bo? Back in the day when you first were coming through the market, because I remember Jay was handling MCA when he brought you through.
Right. He was the regional promotion director.
Right.
And basically, I kind of got hired dramatically on my own boat ride, because me and Jay put this boat ride. We had first year we had Jeff Red, George Howard, and this group called Bell Biv the Boat that nobody knew. And I came up with the idea for Video Soul to cover it, and they did. Then the next year we tried to do it. Jay ended up not working with MCA anymore.
Right.
And first Darrell got the job before I got the job when Jay left.
I remember Darrell.
What was Darrell's last name?
Long, and I thought I was going to
He didn't last long. He didn't last long.
What was his last name?
About 6 months. Darrell Madison.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember Darrell Madison. I remember Darrell.
So basically, we put the last boat ride together real quick, and I had Charlie Wilson on there, Heavy D, Ready for the World, Busy B, and basically Ernie Singleton came on the boat ride, heard about this boat ride, and he ended up hiring me on the boat ride in front of everybody. I didn't think I was going to get the job, and people would say, "Dag, how'd you get this good?"
Now he was the president.
I was on job training for 2.5 years, and I act like I was on the team, but I wasn't on the team.
Now Ernie was the president at the time, right?
Yep, president of MCA Records.
Yeah.
So it was just basically your marketing and your promoting and the fact that you had a very successful yacht party or boat party.
Because it was so big, I got everybody to come. I was doing it before Tom Joyner.
Right.
It wasn't as big as Tom Joyner, but I learned that from hanging out what people want. So this was a boat ride where people came. Right. Of course, AD didn't really believe in it, but we made it happen, and people would come on, listen to the music, and we controlled the music. Right. And we had people perform and stuff. So the boat ride was so successful. Ernie said, "I'm hiring Bo Sampson." He'll tell you for this boat ride. And I said, "Ernie, why'd you hire me?" Well, for one, I thought you were already working inside the company, but I wasn't official. I was getting paid off, all out the pocket.
Right.
That's a quick, short story on when I got there.
And how you got there. Shout out to Sean Rivers. She says, "Good evening."
Good evening.
My man Shady Groove, aka David Green from V State, shouting us out.
Shady Groove.
Yeah. And Will Harris.
Will Harris.
Man, Will Harris.
Everybody know Will.
DJ Wonder Wheel.
Will from Virginia State University. Special shout out to our university. We got to give it that love. But Bo, look, we got a lot to talk about, man.
Oh my God.
You worked with some of the greats. Patti LaBelle. How was it working with Miss Patti?
Man, Patti, she's one of my favorites, because when I worked with Patti, she was at the height of her career. I mean, she did 7 sold out shows at the Constitution Hall.
Right.
And she would carry hot sauce in her purse. I knew that. And so, I would have to go get her crabs before the show. I had to go get my mom or somebody or my god sister or somebody go get her some crabs because she ate crabs.
Okay. So she sound like an East Coast girl.
Yeah. So I had an opportunity to work with these people in the beginning. One of my prize things was working with Jodeci because when Jack the Rapper happened, that's when I was assigned to Jodeci. And Jodeci basically was one of those groups that nobody knew. I knew they could sing. I believed in them. And the first single was unsuccessful.
Okay. Talk about Jodeci.
What single was that?
Gotta Love.
Yeah, it wasn't successful because we don't remember it. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But I remember Jodeci, and we talked about this a little earlier. First time I heard Jodeci, they were on Father MC's Treat Them Like They Want to Be Treated.
And Jodeci was signed for 4 years before they came out.
Yeah, but so
a lot of people don't know that.
Well, Mary J. Blige sang on.
She was signed for 3 years. She sang behind Jeff Redd. Jeff Redd.
That's right. And what song was that by Jeff Redd? That she was on singing the background for.
I'm not sure. I remember Jeff.
She was singing.
I brought it up when I interviewed him. Oh,
but the fact that all of these folks were background singers,
right?
And the thing that like you said, they were signed to MCA, and then you became one of the conduits with your relationships in the market to help break these artists. And we see how big Mary is today. She's got a nationwide tour going on this year, sponsored by Pepsi. Jodeci was on the New Edition tour the first time it went out. Matter of fact, for the folks that are checking this out right now and may check this out on the replay, Bo was supposed to be a guest last week. He said, "Hey man, I got something to do." I said, "What's up?" He said, "Man, New Edition in town, guy in town. I got to be there with my boys." I was like,
And what's funny? Because it was funny because when I was at Bowie, it was real funny, man. Guy performed for Bowie State's homecoming.
Okay.
And I didn't know I was going to be in the business, but it was funny because I saw Gene Griffin, and we had this thing where we like the audio tape the artists. We got that from the Go-Go, the PA tapes. You from DC, you wanted to get the live version.
Hey,
so
Gene can play that.
Can I tape the Bowie? He's like, yeah, man. We ain't talking all this stuff. I end up getting the audio. I mean, I have footage from Jack the Rapper with Jodeci performing in the suite, Ice. I don't know if you were down there.
Gene let you do that?
Atlanta.
Gene let you do that?
Yeah, he did. He kind of liked me, I guess, because I ain't had no game with me. You know what I'm saying? At the time.
Gene was a gangster. You know that.
Okay. Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was. Yeah.
He was a businessman too, but he knew what he was doing.
But the thing about it, he allowed you to record them. Yeah. Because you didn't know what you were going to do with the recording.
Nope. I still got it. I mean, I got a lot of footage that I could see further than, by being on the street. Feedback is everything. Right. That's what I strived on, feedback.
Right.
I could tell you a story with the group Immature. Man, Immature was hot. But when they performed at the AFRAM in Baltimore, man, they were going crazy. I got footage, right?
Yep.
So I had videotaped Immature and sent it to LA. And once they saw that videotape, they ended up getting behind Immature.
Mm-hmm. And that was with our station. So hot, that was with V103. That was with us. That was with us.
People crying.
That's right.
Man, all kinds of. I never forget. I took them to the retail store. Girl was peeing on the floor. She was so excited. See, Immature. I said, I ain't never seen nothing like this. They were like the Black Beatles.
Yeah, they were huge. They were really huge for a short period of time. They were huge. But E and Bo, let's rewind something because we got to go back to the Virginia State days. And you know what? I don't really know. And we may have to get Damien on here too.
Yes.
Damien was at State.
Right.
And we were all at State at the same time.
Damien of Guy.
Damien of Guy. Yeah. And we all know the vision of that first album where Damien is not on the cover of that first album.
Who's on the album? Tim's on the album.
Was it Tim? What was it?
Timmy Gatlin.
Timmy Gatlin.
Timmy Gatlin was on the show. I was on the album.
So what happened that Timmy had to get kicked off and then they made room to bring Damon on because Damon was in school And that's what we were doing.
Gene put Timmy out in the group, and Aaron suggested Damien. And that's how
told
Damien
you Gene was a gangster.
And that was before they had already taken the picture and everything.
Yeah, I told you Gene was a gangster.
Right.
Rest well, Gene.
So was there a reason why? Why did that happen?
From what I know, basically because he wasn't doing what Gene told him to do. That was it. He didn't do what he told me. I'm not doing with that.
Come on, Gene.
But Gene, like I said, Gene, business-wise, people didn't like Gene, but I like Gene.
I like Gene.
I didn't have no problem with him. And then his wife is still alive, Donna.
Oh, really?
And,
okay.
She's a good person, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how Damien got into the group once Timmy got kicked out.
Yep. And it's, you know, whether Timmy contributed to some of the music too.
Yeah.
Got two sides of the story, right? Of course, Teddy was really not from my understanding, Aaron and Timmy came up with the group.
Okay.
That's what I know.
Right, because Teddy was also doing production with
Young
Dougie Fresh. With Dougie Fresh and others at that time.
Yeah, he was production.
Right,
you know, he took it to the next level, Teddy.
Right.
That's like one of my favorite producers, man, of all time. Teddy Riley.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now, were you with MCA around that time in 80, you know, back then when we say the New Jack Swing era started in 88.
And you know what's real funny? That record, Groove Me, did not hit in the beginning. It was in the streets. I'm going to tell you when I heard it was at Virginia Beach. Remember everybody used to go down Virginia Beach? You hear them in the car and they bumping it.
Say less.
Bumping that bad boy.
Say less. I was there every.
Oh my gosh, that was it. Virginia Beach, man.
Virginia Beach.
I mean, we went that was before I got in the music business. And it's funny because even before I got with MCA, I went to the BRE conference. I had a friend named Ivan Golf, and man, they you know, he was with EU at the time, and we looked up to Go because that's where I'm from, DC. I'm a Homer, Commanders fan, whatever. Anything come out of DC, Mamba Sauce.
You know how I hate on them Dallas Cowboy fans. So,
oh my God,
yeah, I'm good.
I ain't gonna get started with that. You might get
that's another conversation.
That's a whole other conversation
for another show.
Another show.
But the bottom line is, you know, when I went to the BRE, man, you know, it was just crazy. It would see the conventions, the BRE, Impact, and Jack the Rapper were the hype conventions. If you did well there, then you blew up. Am I right, Ice?
No, you're right. You're right. It was
when Jack the Rapper hit, it was the first day party. You can tweet that out.
Right.
That was everybody copycatted off Jack the Rapper.
Right.
And then they messed it up when they let the public.
The outsiders.
It was an exclusive club.
Right. I mean, we all benefited from the conventions, and I don't think if you never attended one of those conventions in the 90s, you missed out on what the industry was supposed to be like 24/7, 365, because that's where the what do you call it? The urban network. That's where we did a great deal of networking. And the stars were able to hang out with the program directors and the air personalities, and we all came together. And that's why we have these great relationships that we have today. It wasn't all about meeting at the radio station, then going out and then doing a club. There we were for an entire weekend, you know, 4 days. I'm hanging out with Bo, I'm hanging out with someone else, and so on and so forth. And then the artists got a chance to be able to showcase their talents and their abilities. And for me, as an air personality, that gave me the opportunity to meet program directors that I would have never been able to meet. And then I remember there was an MCA lunch that I hosted. It just came with Jody Watley. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. Was Jesse Powell on MCA?
Yes.
Jesse Powell. That's when he introduced you. I hosted that luncheon. I remember that at the Urban Network.
You do so much, man. You forget.
Yeah.
Man, it's like a dream. We were getting paid to have a good time.
Right.
Man, this ain't gonna last long.
And
I ain't had no. Look, I was taking y'all out to eat. I ain't paid for nothing, but I can tell you, Mary J. Blige paid for.
Have a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But for me, as an air personality, look at the opportunity that gave me to be at the big MCA party. I'm on stage hosting it with all of these artists in front of my peers and possible program directors that could, hopefully hire me somewhere down the line. That platform was
that's
huge.
how you got in, Ice.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Yeah. That was huge. It was huge.
Networking. And I tell all the people today, whatever you do, if you hang around it long enough, it can hang and don't make no bad decisions, you have an opportunity to get in. I always tell people the record I helped promote that kept my focus, and you guys gonna laugh, was Never Trust a Big Button and Smile. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't get sidetracked, man.
Never trust a big button
people, man,
smile.
I was like, man, I'm out here doing business. I mean, it was a business for me. Some people was for a hobby. Man, I was doing everything. Ice, when I was at Bowie, before I even got with MCA, I snuck into 7 print shows. 7 color purple. I used to work like the security guard, right?
Right.
So I figured a way where I could go to the print show. So what we would do, it was stadium style. So I would go upstairs, go in the bathroom, and wait till everybody came out. Man, I went to 7 print shows and then paid 2 cents. I was doing everything, sneaking into King's Dominion. Remember King's Dominion?
Of course.
Patty and Luther would come every year. Everybody was going there. Those were the hangout spots.
I've hosted the Patty show as well as New Edition at King's Dominion. Those were the days.
I mean, but I was really serious about when I got a taste of what could happen. I really never had I didn't even know if I was going to be in the music. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was just hanging out. Somebody say, do this, Bo. Okay, I'll do it. I ain't want to do it, but I hung out, but I ain't get caught I ain't never had a drug.
Right.
I didn't get caught up with the side stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And, I have no kids. At least I wait every Father's Day on the porch. Ain't nothing showed up. I got to wait to June.
Hey, let me give you a scenario. Because I was a music director and and assistant program director, and Eric was a music director for a little longer than I was. So give me a scenario. You got some records, Bo, and you're walking into WCDX, and Eric is the music director. He's sitting behind the desk, and I want you to paint the picture, because a lot of people are not familiar with this process. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm the air personality. I might be, I'm doing afternoons. I'm on the air, right? So you walk in, it's 2:00. You've got these records, and give me an idea of what it's like for Bo to walk into the radio station to meet with Eric Lee, the music director.
Well,
hold on. And you have an artist, Mary J. Blige, who's coming in to do an interview with me in the studio. Go.
But nobody's heard of her, right?
Right. Nobody. We're going back to the Polo Bay time. Let's go.
Polo Bay, baby. That's a rich one. I don't know if it's still there. Steve Branson. Steve Branson still around.
That was Willie Poe, and Steve Branch was Ivory's Uptown Lounge. Okay, you got Mary J. Blige.
My first approach is to make sure I had the right record. So before I even got to the station, I would play the record for a bunch of people that weren't my family and friends, get some feedback. And if they said the record was good, then I would come in, and Eric Lee would be the music director. What's up, Eric? What's up, baby? Man, that's some nice outfit you going, man. I say, Eric, we're gonna go to your favorite restaurant today. I gotta do good stuff. Hey man, you looking good, man. Hey man, remember that girl that you said it looked nice? I might even bring her to the station. I might even have her call.
You have the record on, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I try anything. Then we get into lunch, and I say, "Look, Eric, man. By the time I done that joker up, I might even bring him a hat or something more. Anything legal. Now I ain't do the illegal, but I do the legal. Right. So anything I thought that was Eric's favorite, I would figure it out. Hey, I might even call the receptions. Hey man, what does Eric like to eat? I develop a relationship with the receptionist up front and get that information. Hey, look, all you promotion people that listen, don't be taking my tricks. Well, you can take them. You probably can perfect them. But anyway, I asked the receptionist, man, what time is Eric coming in? Man, Eric, man, he'd be late just 15 minutes before they get on.
Yeah, that's probably
so I would just show up out of nowhere. Me, hey, Eric, man, this girl, man, remember I told you about that? Next thing you know, and then I would get in his office. I would play the record. Hey, look, man, Eric, I got the guy down the street, the club guy. He said it's hot, DJ Drake or Sir RJ. I get the information from him. Hey, RJ, man, what'd you say about this record? Before I even play the record, I done set it up for hype. By the time Eric get it, he listened to it. It might be, well, if they like it, I'm gonna put it in. He might not even listen to the record.
Let me see.
I done butted that joke up so much. So there's no telling what I would do, but I would always come up with a plan, find out what people like. Cause we had expense accounts, we had opportunities to, give promotional items and stuff. All that helped. Right. And then I hang out with them all day. Man, Eric, man, I gotta go to Cleaners. All right, Eric, I'm gonna go to Cleaners and pick your clothes up for you. Man, we be out all day when we are.
Yeah, we be out all the time, man.
So it's all it depends on the individual, my approach. But people didn't know who Mary J. Blige was or Jodeci. They couldn't even pronounce the name.
Yeah,
but I thought it was Jodeci. I thought it was Jodeci when I first heard it, when I first saw it.
Yeah, and there was one time, I don't know if I think I did the interview. I'm pretty sure I did the interview with Mary J. Blige at WCDX, the time that you brought her through there. And I interviewed her. I did an interview with her on Star 94.5, Orlando's only R&B, about 6 months ago. I mean, I talked to Mary for about 30 minutes straight. You know what I mean? So, and I told you, Bo, I brought it up, and I brought up the interview.
You did.
And she somewhat remembered it. She was kind of fuzzy to her. And I was like, yeah, and you wore these pants. You had these white pants with these black stripes. And it was like, boom, boom. And she said, no, I don't remember that. I said, well, I sure do remember that.
I remember it too.
And then I said, we went to this club called the Polo Bay. And you performed there. And the record rep was Bo Sampson. Now, when I dropped the name, she was like, oh my God, Bo Sampson. Oh, it was like, and I brought it up early in the interview. So as soon as I dropped that, she remembered me, and then she remembered you. And the next thing you know, we were talking like we had known each other we had known each other, but it came across as if we talked to each other every day, just because of those memories. And being able to name drop. And sometimes those things come into play.
Association can get you in the game.
Yeah.
That's why when I travel, I don't have nobody around me. I don't know what they're going to do. Jokers will call me. Hey, man, people calling and dropping your name at the door talking about you friend of me. I let them in the club. I said, man, hold up, man. Who you say? So, I think the relationship part of the business is still vital, man. I don't know what everybody else, but it still works. I mean, even with Mary, we were at the Essence Festival. She on stage singing, and she stopped everything. Hey, Bo, how you doing? Went right back to singing. But I'm just saying, it was just crazy,
Right.
And so I tried to learn who the artists were personally, and also don't try to overdo it. Just be yourself,
Right.
And that kind of worked for me for what I needed to do. That was my approach. I don't know about everybody else's approach. And just do what you say you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And I would always try to find out stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like when you say stuff going on, what are you talking about?
Well, try to get feedback from other people to see how I could present, the product and everything.
Okay. So, Bo, we're in the middle of what they're calling 50 years of hip hop. It's 50 years old. Now, you were a big part of hip hop. We're going to take it back just a little bit.
Hey, look at my chain.
The BIGDAWBYKANE.
Oh, man, that's what I got a little better as time went on.
Where your chain at?
It's a funny story. When I first got in the business, I had this chain that said Bo on my wrist. This was before Jodeci blew up.
Right.
And they ain't had no jewelry. So Devontae took my jewelry and wore it on stage. The one that said Bo. Then about 3 months later, man, they had more jewelry than I could count.
Oh yeah. They did. So what do you think about hip hop turning 50?
Man, it's incredible because I had an opportunity to work with some, like Eric B. and Rakim, and I worked with Salt and Pepper, Father MC.
And that guy right there?
Oh, you got that. Eric B. and Rakim. So I watched, you know, a lot of these guys get to that next level in hip hop, and by it being 50, man, nobody didn't think that it would last this long. You know,
never thought hip hop would take it this far.
You're right.
That's right.
But we had a couple hip hop people that didn't hit, but like we had a group on MCA called FU2. It never came out. FU2.
FU2.
Because, you know, it wasn't as explicit as it is right now.
Right. Now you said you was with Eric B. and Rakim. They weren't good at a certain point. They stopped messing with each other. I see you with Rakim, so there's Eric B. So
they go back and forth.
I mean,
one time they put them
you
on
could be there together.
Yeah, one time they put them on promo tour, and they were running, and I had them, and then they went to Baltimore, and something happened, and then they came back, and I was like, Dad, y'all come, Bo, we coming back, because I would throw parties for the artists, like I would have BBD. See, I was from the club era, Ice, and I knew what people wanted. I threw BBD parties. I threw Eric B. and Rakim parties. And the funny part about it, all I had to do was put a promotion together, give some tickets away, people show up. And they get to take pictures with the artists and everything.
I nominated my DJ for president, Eric B. and Rakim. So you were around, you had Big Daddy Kane, and you had Heavy D on your label. In addition to that, you rock with Father MC.
Finesse and Sequence.
I mean, so a part of this history of hip hop, you're right there.
Yeah.
You watched it. We watched it grow. And now that they say it's 50 years old, I'm like, man, how I get 50 years old that fast? But to be instrumental in the growth of it, how does that make you feel? Because we're not talking about it as surface. Dude, you put the work in.
Yeah, but it all came from word of mouth, man. It's very important to understand two things that change in business: technology and competition. Okay. Somebody can copy what you came up with and take credit for. There's a lot of people taking credit for stuff.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And just like I look at the My Life album, and a lot of people don't know that when Puffy put that album out, man, he ain't clear no samples and just put it out. So put it out. He didn't do that on the stage.
So basically, what you're saying, he got sued a lot on that album.
Well, MCA had to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of eventually, but they should have done it in the beginning. You know.
Okay. So speaking of people going a little rogue from time to time, or things that one of the things we talked about last week with Craig and the week before that with Tommy is that some of the things that happen in the music industry, folks have no idea of how it all happened. Can we talk about Biggie and the fact that you actually had Biggie on MCA and how he got away?
Yeah, well, what happened was MCA had a single record called Party
Bullshit.
There you go. And it was recorded on soundtrack? MCA.
Right.
And basically, it was recorded on the MCA budget. And Ernie Singleton Ernie Singleton was the president of MCA, ended up letting the project go because of the lyrics was so vulgar. And Japan was about to buy MCA. It was about to merge, so they didn't want to mess that up. So they decided to let him go with the project, even though they recorded on the budget, you know. But it's just so many stories behind the scenes, man. It's incredible.
And for the folks that are checking this out, back when he's talking about hip hop was really hard to play on the radio. Now, hip hop that had explicit lyrics was really, really hard to play on radio. So at the time, Biggie was pretty hardcore in the eyes of radio back then. He ain't as hardcore as some of the cats that you hear on the radio now, but back then it was hard for him to get on the air. And MCA, based on what you're saying, Bo, was like, hey, we about to merge with Japan. The Japanese culture ain't down with all of that. Nope. We're not going to take a chance. Nah. So you can let Puffy and Biggie go all the way there.
But then it blew up.
And then it blew up.
It blew up.
And were there any repercussions or regrets?
Nah, well, I think if you talk to Ernie, he said, yep, I hate it. But he had no choice because the people that were in power he was a black guy.
Right.
So you had the white guys, they didn't understand. So it was him against all them. Right. And then Busby wasn't there at the time. So if he wanted to do it, he had to go along with what he would have went against them and they would have held him accountable.
Right.
So if they would have kept Biggie and there were some repercussions to the label, Ernie would have been out of a job, basically. What you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, this thing is like musical chairs.
Right.
One day you could have the job, the next day you can't. It's like playing sports. You get cut, you get traded, you become a free agent. Am I right, y'all?
Yeah, you're right about that.
If you're in the business long enough, it's going to happen to you.
It's going to happen. Joker told me, he said, hey, man, two things going to happen. You're not going to be able to retire. And at some point, they're going to tell you to go. You got two choices. Either it's your choice or their choice. Whatever you want, no matter who you are. And it's a cutthroat business. And I tell people, man, are you doing this to be seen or are you trying to make money off of it?
Right.
And you got to keep up with this technology, man. Man, shoot. Now everybody got social media. But as a promotion guy, the internet's like outer space. So if you put a record out there, you got to have some type of hype behind it.
Right.
Spotify downloads 100,000 pieces of product every day. How in the world are you going to get among all them people you coming out? You got to have more people than your family and friends like what you got. Then you got to create demand supply. And see, guys like Craig and myself, Fat Tommy, Wanda Hayes, everybody came through. We had to figure out a way to create excitement. And for me, like I said, I always stayed at the street level. I want to hear what the people like. You like Pepsi, you like Coke. Which one you like? Pepsi, Coke? You got to do that type of research to stay in the game. And that's what I did.
Bo Sampson, the man of the people.
I don't know about that. But I did a lot of things to keep in the business. I had glow in the dark cars. Man, I go in the club, man, I light it up. Hey man, my name is Bo, check me out, Bodacious one, anything to keep my name clean and people remember me.
What did you love?
And that was the same thing with the artists.
What did you love most about working in the Mid-Atlantic region?
Man, BET, baby. You know that, baby. Man, it made me a star. Man, sometimes I have 4 or 5 groups at one time. So everybody had to come there. Like if I wanted to meet somebody, man, even if he wasn't an artist, they're going to come there. Or it might be Al Sharpton, or it might be, it could be anybody.
Right.
And when BET was in DC, we missed the boat, especially on our music that we like the best official music of DC, which is
right.
We're going to talk about some go-go. We're going to talk about go-go.
Right. But that what I really liked. I liked that I had access to anybody that I want. I mean, I worked with Aaliyah before she died.
Right.
I met R. Kelly. I mean, I met so many people. All you had to do is go. If you wanted to meet somebody, Ice, man, all you had to do is go down BET and hang out in the green room. You bump into them. Even some of the radio people.
Yeah.
Because see, this is a trade favor game. I did legal favors. Whatever everybody else did, I ain't do that. I know about it, but where there's good, there's bad.
Right.
And I always tell people that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to keep your name and your word. So that was a pretty tough thing, 30 years trying to keep that. But BET, man, by that being there, that elevated my level because everybody had to come there. And if I did good, we broke a lot of records in the Mid-Atlantic. Richmond, too. Y'all broke some records for me.
Yeah.
Eric Lee, one time, one station, I had 15 records on one radio station. I want somebody to break that record. Probably a guy like Craig Davis, he probably could break it. 15 records. And the music director told me, say, hey man, people coming up to me and say, man, why are you putting all that MCA record stuff on, man? And I told AD, one of my boss, I said, AD, man, everybody talking about me. This is when I first got in there.
Right.
He said, man, you must be doing something, Bo Sampson. And they talking about you. It must be doing something.
I mean, but at that time, there were a lot of artists that took pride in their record label. What was it? Was it
Lost
who
Boys.
was it? Lost Boys.
MCA. This is how we do
every day.
Lost Boys, man. We had all that. Of course, Uptown, they're gonna tell you. I give credit for Uptown. They created the music. But we helped out too. It's a partnership. Because remember, Uptown had a production deal through MCA. MCA was writing the check. Then next thing I know, when I got my check, dang, Universal got it there. And we were the small man. It's like a flip-flop thing.
And you knew all the Uptown artists on MCA because they had the logo. They started putting the logo on the vinyl of the MCA. So it would say MCA Uptown. So you knew all the artists that won it.
One thing I get credit about them New Yorkers, and they can get mad at me all they want. They were hyping so much, they would be hyping me. I said, hold up, man. I'm working a record too. Why you hyping me? You better say it for them other people. But see, I paid my dues as far as I knew where everything was because I put time in. And they did some good things. I'm not going to take away. But they like to take all the credit for it, but they ain't got no video footage of Jack the Rapper with Puffy and Jodeci. Tell them I said that. You know,
tell them I said that.
Yep. Tweet it out.
So if you guys are checking this out, make sure if you're on Facebook, hit the like button, as well as if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscription button, as well as the notification buttons, and feel free to drop us a text, a chat. We'd love to shout you out. We do this each and every Thursday. We're talking about shooting the breeze conversations with the DJ. My other DJ right there is Lorenzo Ice-T Thomas.
Yeah, Ice.
Bo, we got some more to talk about.
Ain't no problem.
We talked about the legendary Patti LaBelle, but we need to talk about Gladys.
That's one of my favorite people, Gladys. You know, Gladys still go to sound check, Ice.
Does she really?
She still go to. Some people don't even do sound check.
She performed down here in Miami in February. Last month, she performed here. Yep.
And you know, it's funny. All of them had books out. Patty, Gladys, all that. I had an opportunity to promote the books too.
And
it's a big scheme, a marketing scheme. I work with them. Even working with Jodeci, I bet you guys didn't know this.
What's up?
One thing, KC is related to guess who? From Jodeci.
JoJo.
Anthony Hamilton, Stephanie Mills.
Really?
Fantasia. You didn't even know that.
They all family?
Yeah. That's how much I know. I know the person.
They not bad, huh?
That's a singing family, ain't it?
That's a singing family.
So Casey and JoJo gonna do a song with Fantasia? There'll be some screaming on that song.
But they've been talking about it.
There will be some screaming on that song. That's for sure.
Never lied.
For real.
So how was it working with the legendary Miss Gladys Knight? Because she's from Georgia.
She's class act, man. She always acts nice. If I see her today, she always, remembers. And anybody that's been along that long a period of time, they doing something right.
Right.
True.
And her voice stays the same,
Right. Did you go see Patty when we were in New Orleans last year?
Oh yeah.
You went to see her?
Oh yeah. I know Patty.
There we go.
No, there goes. Okay.
That's where we had Essence Festival, and Patty performed.
Man, we had so much fun, man.
Oh yeah, it was a good time.
I think the most fun is Essence is definitely up there.
Gotta
throw Tom Joyner, Jack the Rapper, all the conventions that we went through, Eric and Ice, man. We had so much fun. Hey man, we having too much fun, man. We're supposed to be working.
I think the last time I saw you, Bo, was at the Essence Festival.
We
were hanging out.
I was there. I started I promote music, but it's funny because I had an opportunity not only to be a promoter, I've done production, I've done management, I did, a little bit of everything. And one reason I was there, I was promoting my god sister show, Family Reunion, on Netflix. And I came up with the whole marketing screen, and it, blew up. It's the same thing, just a different product, creating a demand with Loretta Devine, and she she created the Eve show too, So, you get to a point, man, you want to promote other stuff than just music, because there's so many ways to make money. Like I did even the production stuff. When I stopped working at MCA, I did a remix on Guy, Heavy D. Matter of fact, I got a record with Craig Mack I never released.
Yeah, pass that on.
Yeah, Craig Mack and
don't pass that on.
Huh?
Don't pass that on.
Come on, man.
I ain't got no problem. Got a record I did with Chuck Brown on production. I put Chuck Brown, Peaches and Herb, and Sugar Bear on there. But it's like a lot of things happen. A lot of things happen that the product doesn't come out because of different circumstances. You got other stuff going on.
Oh yeah, contracts.
You got Suge Knight stuff going on.
Right. Yeah. When was this? I need to know.
That's that Essence. That's that Essence.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's that Essence, and we're near the Sirius XM tent, probably right over there with Cayman Kelly.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's the day. I don't know if I had on a different shirt that day, but we also ran into Damien. We got a picture together, me, you, Damien, and KB.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Hey, so I mean, for folks that, if you watch the show on a weekly basis, like we said, these are our friends. We're gonna take you back to Tom Joyner.
Y'all my friends too.
Who's that?
Oh,
You're the Tom Joyner cruise on this one.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm a little fat in the face.
You're a little heavier there, E.
Little fat in the face. Oh,
where they did have food all 24 hours. Too.
Hold on. Remember this cruise? I auditioned for Tyler Perry.
That's right. Eric does a lot of acting, y'all.
I did too.
Eric and Ice, they actors too. I told you they entertainers. Y'all think I'm lying.
Tyler picked me up off of this cruise and put me in his show.
That's a
If Loving You Is Wrong. I played a gangster. One of my first roles in television. And it all happened on this cruise where you see me, Bo, and Lorenzo. Mm-hmm. I'm looking a little real chunky on that joint.
That's all right, Eric. You still looking good.
Yeah, I'm looking a little slim there too.
That was a good time.
Me and my co-worker Jamie Gant was doing the that's when we were doing the stepping.
The step show.
We were doing the stepping. So basically, I was out there with him doing all the dance steps. It would be like 100 women with us out there on the ship, just doing all the line dances to whatever songs that were out at that particular time. So I was in great shape at that time. Woo!
I was all the way from that.
Yeah.
I did a little acting too.
Uh-huh.
If you pull up White Shoes, Wale.
Shantae Moore was on that cruise, Bo.
Huh?
Someone else you worked with, Shantae Moore, was on that cruise.
Oh, yeah, I worked with Shantae in the beginning.
Oh,
damn.
Oh,
snap.
Go ahead, E. Go ahead, E.
Who that girl right there?
Roy Sampson.
This is what I do.
Jeez, E, you did the thank you.
Where you get these pictures from, man? Man, we had to watch E, man. He investigated too. I think I seen him on one of the TV shows. He was investigating. Watch him.
I got some color there. Look at that. Look at that tan I got there. Ooh,
yep.
Is that my man Larry in the corner?
Yep. Larry Jennings.
Yeah, Larry's here in Atlanta. Shout out to Larry.
How's he doing?
He's doing well, man. He's doing well. Shout out to my man Larry. I bug out with him online all the time. So
and Roy Sampson right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Roy.
Yep.
That lady behind you, Lo.
That's an X.
I know.
Yeah.
Good taste.
Hey, and she can play Madden.
Oh yeah, she used to get it in.
She used to whoop our ass.
Yeah.
Oh, she play Madden?
Yep. We were heavy in the Madden. We go over. Oh my goodness.
We spending
hours just sitting there having Madden tournaments. And yeah, my girl was good with it. She was good.
Yeah.
NBA 2K is my thing.
Okay. And speaking of Shantae, back here at Ivory's Uptown.
Oh my gosh.
Aaron,
man, where you get that from, man?
Hey man, look, I told you, boy, I found a picture.
Mike Daly, Lil Silas, the great Lil Silas.
The great Lil Silas. Rest well, my brother Lou.
Yes.
Rest well.
Aaron Maxwell.
Maxwell looking all pouty, like he posing like he on Vogue. My man. But yeah, Shantae, like he posing for Vogue. Look,
Aaron probably mad because he wanted a picture by himself with Shantae. That's what it was.
Now that could be
that could exactly. And Aaron, you know I'm right. Because if I was there, I would want one by myself too with her.
Hey, I got mine. So.
You see how Eric had to crawl in there?
I had to get close to that
right. They didn't want Eric in that picture. That reminds me of a picture I took with Janet Jackson one time where I had to kneel down in front of her. You know what I mean? You know, so just to get in the pic, but this is great. And this, Bo, is at Ivory's Uptown Lounge.
Ivory's Uptown Lounge.
Okay.
Steve is in there.
Yeah, there's Steve right there. And that's downstairs in the basement. That's 3 floors.
Man, we broke, man. Y'all help us break a lot of records, man. I ain't just saying, man. Y'all, we would do the little promo tour and then hang out, have something to eat. I mean, all this is about creating demand.
Right.
Create demand, supply.
Right.
Hanging out, meet. And the thing about it, like some of you, Ice and Eric, y'all have personal relationships with a lot of these artists now because of the hanging out.
Yeah.
And people are people.
Right.
Shantae
no matter what.
She's like, I know you. She's like, I'm telling my girl, I know you. I say, I'm program director for the host, Eric. I was like, yeah, be me. So yeah, you're right. We do create relationships with the artist. Shout out to my girl Peggy. And they said the industry need more like Bo Sampson. Even
yes.
Now I'm gonna tell you what, we had this group on MCA called Body. I don't know if you guys remember.
I remember
That's
Body.
a group Ron Isley, discovered by Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Definitely should have hit.
Right.
Not to say they didn't do good, but they should be they were like Invo, beautiful women and stuff like that. We had so much product, Eric and Ice, that some of the records got away and some of the groups got away from them.
True.
Yeah.
We had Stephanie Mills, we had Jody Watley, man.
Yeah, y'all had
Jesse Powell, Jeff Red definitely was underrated. You know, I was fortunate, and you know,
was Christopher Williams on MCA as well?
Yeah, he was on Uptown.
He was on Uptown. Yeah, exactly.
Who?
Duh.
Christopher Williams.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey,
So.
y'all remember back in the day, it was New Edition Guy Tour. It's amazing that they're working together now.
Right.
Because that tour, somebody ended up not living with the security. Do you remember that? New Edition and Guy, it wasn't the group, but the security, somebody lost their life off of that tour.
It's vague, but I remember, you know, it's always controversy back then with a bunch of stuff going on. So
yeah, but they're mature. It's good to see them out together now.
Yeah.
They were going to put it in the biopic. I had an opportunity to go down to when Bobby Brown shot his biopic, and a lot of things didn't make the biopic that's in the book, like Mike Tyson hanging out with Bobby Brown the night that he lost to Buster Douglas, and they were messing around with a bunch of women, and then Bobby said, "Hey man, shouldn't you go get some sleep? The fight's tomorrow." "Hey, I'm going to knock him out anyway." You know how you go. And then he ended up losing to Buster Douglas. Man, it was crazy. But I mean, we just had so much fun, and I think the record business has to go back to, you know, doing their personal relationship thing. You can't take away the personal touch. I got friends at the front desk of the radio station right now, in the back door of some of the people that are bringing the trash in. I snuck in the radio station all the time. So one time I snuck in the radio station, I almost got in trouble because one of the program directors was doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. And I would tell people, those cameras on the radio at the radio station, I'm sure I had a lot to do with it. But we would come after hours. Anything to get a record exposed. That was the whole thing. I got banned from PGC for taking Immature over to the radio station.
To take him to KYS first?
No. Yeah, I took him to KYS, and PGC said, JC said, "You ain't coming back in here." I said, "Oh yeah." So they had this thing called Make the Switch, right? And we had the hot artists. They dropped no MCA.
I remember that.
So I would call Patty and Aaron Hall. Yes. And have them do drops over at the other radio station and say, "Hey, this is Patty. Make the switch to KYS." Hey, this Aaron Hall, make the switch.
Oh.
Then Albie D called me up and say, Bo, this is me and you. Do not have immature say make the switch. I said, all right. So eventually I got back in the radio station. Immature told him, if Bo don't come in the radio station, we ain't coming. And I got back in.
Right.
MCA didn't get me. I got to get my own self back in. But that's the type of intensity people were fighting over records.
Yeah.
They were throwing eggs at the radio station. I mean,
that's right. That's right.
Do that no more.
Those are
look, just like
good old days. Good old days.
The NBA, right? That Dr. J and them never shook hands after the game. Man, you see LeBron James in there. Man, what's up, baby? I'm gonna make your picnic this summer. They never shook hands back in the day. Now you got the young players shaking hands. Hey, what you shaking hands, man? We just played. We trying to beat you. So that was the attitude back there. Competition.
Yeah, and we took great pride in our call letters. You know, we wore those call letters with pride. And it seems as if every time Eric and we do one of these shows, it all comes down to when Bill Clinton signed that deregulation bill, where now you can have these conglomerates. And that's why the radio and the record companies are in the position that they're in today. And when you look at politics, you just look at Citizens United. You see what I'm saying? You got to get the dark money out of politics. Because of that dark money, it's controlling everything. And that's why we're in the position that we're in today, because the politicians are basically making the decisions not based on the people. They're making their decisions based on whoever's lining their pockets. So if a bipartisan bill to get rid of Citizens United could come across and pass, then things would be able to get back to normalcy. And it needs to be something to whereas, you know, some of these radio stations need to be able to stand on their own and have your own mom and pop radio station where you can play what you feel you need to play in order to beat the competitor.
And then the thing about it, the record business, they got greedy because at one time it was an exclusive club. The mom and pops could sell the product, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they let Best Buy, Circuit City get involved, and it put the mom and pop stores out. Because they could buy in bulk and it would be cheaper and they would give it away for free. You go to Best Buy, they weren't trying to get you to buy the music at $9.99.
Get you to buy the player,
the equipment.
the equipment.
So they would give it away for free. So they used the music in order to get people in there.
We call that a loss leader. That's what it's called.
So even with the radio stations right now, if you're an adult contemporary, if you're a singer, if you say love, you R&B. If you say sex, you hip hop. That's how I define it.
Now,
when I listen to music, I like, okay, it's split. It's not in the same category. It was changed. Right. You see what I'm saying? We can't break new music if people don't hear it.
Right.
Going on the internet, man, that thing, man, Joker said, man, I said, man, I'm about to do it. He said, man, I got a mixtape, baby, coming out next week. I said, oh, okay, that's good, man. So what you gonna do to get everybody to find out to go get it? Right. They think it's based on what it sound like and look like. They gotta be some type of hype. Look at Trump. He done hyped his way to the White House. The greatest hype man of all time.
I mean, look what he just did this past week. He said he was going to get arrested on Tuesday, and he raised $1.5 million.
And raise money. He's the greatest of all time.
Amen.
And then if they come get him, he gonna be in Russia. Or he gonna be in North Korea. Hey man, where's Trump? Man, he's overseas, man. He
gonna be there with Putin in that hotel with his name slapped on it. Yeah, he gonna be at the Trump Hotel in Russia.
Trump Hotel, baby.
Exactly.
We got Shantae up here, and we're cool with her husband too, because she just got married. This gentleman right here, Stephen Hill to the very left. He actually ran MTV, and now he's running BET now, right?
Well, man, he's doing good.
He's doing well. He is like the executive producer of a lot of the award shows right now.
Jesse Collins. Jesse Collins.
Yeah, he found his little niche, and he's killing it right now.
And the brother in the middle, one of our good friends, hopefully to be on the show. His name is Kevin Lyles.
Yes,
finest. Ran Def Jam. Runs 300 Entertainment, going from Jay-Z to to
Megan Stallion, whatever.
Megan Thee Stallion and what's the brother that's on trial right now? I can't even think of his name.
Young Thug.
Young Thug. He got them all on his label. So. But actually, Mary. He signed Mary. He signed Mary J. Blige. So
he got him to his label.
He got it to the label. So I mean, from Method Man to Red Man,
to be able to be with them guys. You know, I lease all my clothes, so I had to turn it back before it got too late.
You out there with them big ballers, Bo, because you're a big baller, Bo.
Let me hang around them.
You're a big baller. You're a big baller.
I'm trying to do it.
And the fact that you've been around so long, man, from time to time, there is tragedy. And man, your man lost his life.
Oh man. Underrated. The boy had one.
That brother could sing. Voices. That brother could sing.
Really sing.
Jesse Powell could sing.
But it goes back to two things. Either you got the best record or you got the best gimmick.
Right.
You look at Soulja Boy. He had a dance. Yeah, that was his gimmick.
Superman.
Yeah.
So what did Jesse have? Did he was he a gimmick?
No, he was a
he was a great singer, man.
Okay.
I mean, he could out-sing anybody.
Right.
And he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
And his sisters were something for the people, I think. His two sisters, they were part of the group.
They were part of something for the people?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll never forget when he came out and he had that enchantment medley.
Gloria.
And I mean, and back at Virginia State, we used to sing a lot of the enchantment songs, Sunshine, right. Christopher Mann, who is he's also an actor. Eric, you know Chris C-Man?
I've seen a lot of pictures.
Yeah. So in fact, he was in Creed 2, played the doctor in there, and he's done some things. Loving, he played the father in Loving, and he can also sing it.
He beat me for that role.
He beat you for that role?
So he
played the father in that. Yeah, so he went to Virginia State. Very good friend of mine. He could also hit those high notes. So we had a group in Virginia State called, I was in two groups. I was in, the first rate MCs.
The first y'all just let me promote y'all, man. I have no problem.
Hey, man, we needed it. We needed a deal back then, man. We would have been Houdini before Houdini, I guess.
I hosted them too. I hosted the Star Searcher. Shout out to the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta from Virginia State for back in the day for the Delta Star Search. Thank you for allowing me to host those. That was crazy because Damian and Aaron were actually performing on those shows.
Yo, the year that Damian and Aaron performed, if I remember it correctly, we also performed against them. They came in first place. We came in second. As the rappers, was me, Crush, and Brian, MC Imperial. So we were the first-rate MCs.
Is that the Silver Suckers record?
No, that's somebody else. People get me confused with. They see
that's what's the name? Clay.
That's right, Clay,
which is Damian's boy.
Right, exactly. So because I'm light-skinned, just like him, they confused me with him. But it was a hot song, so they just figured that they figured I did the hot record, so did that. But then also Chris and I would perform singing, and we sang those enchantment songs like Sunshine and all of those. And when Jesse Powell came out with that medley, and he was able to hit all those high notes. And then he came out with You and Gloria. Oh, my goodness.
Great records.
It was great music. But it's just almost like the You song became like a wedding song. Right. Gloria didn't really take off the way we thought it would because it still had to deal with all that hip hop that was doing very well at the time. But it did get radio play, and we did support you on those songs. Right, Bo?
Yep. Real good. Real big.
So I shout out to one of my brothers from another mother that went to school with me. He actually, Lorenzo and I do another podcast, usually during the football season. It's our fantasy football podcast. My boy V.A. Rob, who's a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, just the world would take a page out of Steelers organization, it would be better. Thanks, Rob, for checking in. But this ain't about football, but I'm gonna give you your props. Thanks for checking in.
Watch the Commanders. We're going to get a new owner.
That's right. Commanders, baby.
It might be Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson might get it, but I don't know. Then I can really talk trash.
So if you're checking us out on Facebook, do like Rob just did. Even though we're talking about music, you can talk about anything with us. Hit us up. It's Shooting the Breeze Conversations with the DJ with yours truly, Eric Lee, and my man Lorenzo. Got my man Bo Sampson in the place. We're talking about a whole lot of stuff in the music industry.
Man, we talk about, hey, man, I would hang out with guys, man, and it would be all kinds of stories that come out, even with the people at the radio station. I remember I was hanging out with this guy, and, man, we went to a breakfast and whatnot, and he told me, man, this girl put a root on me.
What part of town were you in?
Oh, part two. I ain't going to even get into that, but, man, you learn about people, man. They got all kinds of stuff.
Speaking of putting on roots, man, and this ain't on, he not putting roots on you, but he putting that barbecue sauce on you.
Bobby Brown.
Oh, B. Brown.
Man. You know what? There was a meme on the internet showing, all of the performers, for New Edition, and the last one they showed was Bobby, and he was barely doing the moves, and I started laughing.
Yeah, I saw it.
But what I did was I started reading the comments, and then somebody said something that really, I was like, oh man, I should be laughing. I didn't know Bobby had a stroke.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a stroke.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, the dude is out there performing every night, and he had a stroke. So at that point, I was like, this ain't funny. The guy's putting his heart into performing, giving everybody a taste of their past, because music is the soundtrack of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Telephone Man, and My Prerogative, and all of the things that he brought to us in terms of entertaining us from our childhood through our young adult, through our adulthood. I salute Big Boy for going out there and doing that with all of the things that have gone on. He lost his daughter, he lost his son, he lost his wife, and he still goes out there to do
and his mother and father. And he's the nicest guy. I'm not just saying it because I had opportunity to work with him, but he's always been accessible.
Okay.
Some artists won't let you take a picture. Man, Bobby take a picture with anybody. He'll talk to him like a regular homeboy. Yeah, he's had his problems. He's had a lot of highs. He's had a lot of lows.
Right.
But for me, he's one of the best people to work with, And the thing about it, that all six can get back together and do this. And I mean, there are temptations, and I don't see any young groups coming together. There are no groups.
When I think about New Edition, I hope they have the same impact in their latter years as Frankie Beverly and Mays have, because those guys are old. But right now, if you put Frankie Beverly and Mays at the Civic Center in DC, you're gonna sell out. And he ain't gonna sing a song. They're gonna play the music. And they're gonna put the microphone out in the audience, and we're gonna see it all.
As you get older, Eric, it's not even about the artist, it's about the songs.
And the experience.
Temptations right now, like, man, are they still together? Are they still alive? They sound exactly like that. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, they got no members, and they sound great. But it's about the songs now.
Right.
They got no members in the
and sound great.
And they sound good. I don't know. Maybe they lip syncing, Right.
Singing with the track. They still using the DAT.
Yeah, we seen that. Oh man.
The whole NE crew. Now they're on tour again and selling out everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keith Sweat, Guy, and Tank on that tour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming to People's City. People go out there, check them out. Man, the fact they all six living is something. People are dying every day.
Right.
To be honest, I ain't trying to be funny.
Oh, it's true. You
better go see them while they're here.
Yeah.
We lost Biz Markie. We lost X from Houdini.
Right.
We lost a lot of people. Craig Mack.
Right.
It's a lot of people that didn't
Prince Markie D.
Prince Markie D.
Yeah.
Andre Harrell.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that if you get past 50, you're doing good.
Right.
Yeah. So, like I said, I've had a lot of fun. I've had too much fun. Sometimes I got to sit back and say, hey man, I better get to work or something.
Hey, Bo, you did say something about us trying to get back to, record companies having those relationships with the radio station. I may have
Look who popped in.
Oh man, the legend Thomas Lytell, that boy.
Yeah,
man, Thomas got some stories too. Y'all gotta get him.
No. He was guest number 2.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good guess, man.
And
man,
we were trying
Thomas
to get
working at the radio station too.
We're trying to get Thomas to write that book too. I was trying to get him to write it. I said, "Come on, Thomas."
He got too many secrets. He don't know where to go.
That's true. That's true. He said, "Nah, I got to take him to my grave."
Shout out to West Party Johnson, man.
Yes.
There's a lot of cats.
Do you have a West Party Johnson story, Bo?
Because we relish West Party Johnson stories.
Do you have a West Party Johnson story, Bo, that you can tell?
How to tell it?
Because that's right. Wes is from DC.
Yep, I worked with Wes in the very beginning, before even Kevin, and I don't know about Thomas. Thomas might have been already working, but I worked this Irvin Lee project. He had me doing some stuff in the clubs. You know, I was bouncing around. I even worked with Luke before I got with MCA, passing some music out. People don't know it. You know, it's working with Luke, man. You know, my mom, she's like one of my biggest promoters. And I had to tell Luke, man, I can't keep promoting this. We want some P, man. Cause my mother, ask my mother, hey, what's your son doing? Hey, he promoted this record by Luke Skywalker. We want some P, man. I had to drop out. And I promote Electric Slide too. A lot of people don't know that.
So wait, hold on. Wait, nope. You went from West Party Johnson to Luke. So we thought we were coming. We thought we were coming back around to, you know, King of Diamonds and all other stuff, because me, Eric, and Wanda Hayes all had an experience with West Party Johnson when he owned diamonds down here in Florida. So I thought that's where you were going when you went to Luke. And
I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all do that, man. It's incredible. But all I can say is Wes found a way to make you happy. But you know, all that.
Tom said he worked it too. Tom said I worked.
He was in the mix too. I didn't even know. Man,
that's crazy.
Hey, check this out. I'm gonna tell you when Luke got hot though. I know we still talking about Wes. Yeah. Is during Jack the Rapper when he had that private party. Man.
Oh my God! In Atlanta, in the suite.
I was there.
Yeah, everybody was there.
Yeah, we were all there.
We're there.
We were all there.
We were all there.
Ooh, but that's where he broke. But he was still. I know when I was in Baltimore, because of the Baltimore club sound, you know, we were able to get away with playing a lot of some of the Luke stuff, edited and scarred. When Scarred came out, that's when like it kind of, hey, Loren, I need you to turn that down, please.
Hey, this live, baby. Little mama said, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
She came in here, turned up her iPad, and is in here dancing.
She like music too.
So he was getting a lot of play in Baltimore, you know, because of the knucklehead club music, and it fit right in with that. So, but I would say Jack the Rapper is where basically he blew up worldwide. Because I remember when I was at CDX, we used to get we had the white Luke Skywalker sweatshirt that was black, and it said Luke Skywalker in a circle, and it had some red in it. You remember that, E?
And then he had to lose Skywalker because
that's right.
George sued him.
Yeah,
from
that's
Star
right.
Wars.
That's right.
But
that's
he
right.
set the stage. If you think about it, for hip hop, he went to the Supreme Court and won.
Yeah,
and won.
And they should be.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why there is a sticker, or used to be a sticker, on CDs that says parental advisory, thank Luke.
Yep, thank Luke. Give him a round.
Give him a round of applause. Now, you from DC.
Yeah.
And there's a type of music in DC, Maryland, Virginia. They call themselves the DMV. Not the Division of Motor Vehicles, but DC, Maryland, and Virginia. You are a huge proponent of it. You got a T-shirt that says "Go Go." mute go-go in DC. Now, you sent me a video the other day, and I had no idea that you did it. You were one of the executive producers on a program that was on TV One. It's about the documentary of what go-go music is. How did that all come about?
Oh man, it's crazy. I had an opportunity. The name of the document is called "The Beat Don't Stop," and myself, Kathy Hughes, Tracy, and Deirdre, we put a documentary together, and I was fortunate enough to have an opportunity to
got a fan. They said the
go-go. Yeah, that's great. To be the executive producer telling the story of go-go, and people don't know go-go is around the world. And the bottom line is, just to be involved was incredible. Because I'm still trying to rep, our music from our area.
Right.
And it's funny because when Fantasia did that, I know I'm shifting gears, but
she does go-go in the set.
Started doing the go-go. Do you know that came from me? Because I tried to set up a meeting with her manager, and I said, man, we should do a go-go record with Sugar Bear and Fantasia. He said, oh, that's a great idea. Then I got 2 months later, they were doing the butt in overnight scenario at the Essence Festival. We got them back on the Tom Joyner cruise because I got EU, who does the butt, on the cruise. Right. And we did our set early. And I told Sugar Bear, man, let's go see Fantasia because she's performing at 2 a.m. in the morning. Mm-hmm. So what happened was Sugar Bear, I said, they're getting ready to play the butt. And Fantasia didn't know Sugar Bear was there. And the bottom line is she jumped off stage. I pushed Sugar Bear through the crowd. And Fantasia said, dropped the mic. Sugar Bear picked it up and finished the song off. So that's just a little story. But going back to the documentary, anybody that hasn't seen it, I took a lot of pride. We got nominated NAACP award. It was a joy for me because it was one time I could use my creativity to contribute to something, and the music of our city still ain't got it, made it yet, But I can tell you one thing. Lorenzo Ice-T has become famous off this guy named DJ Cool. If you ain't heard Clear My Throat, tell your audience to tune up.
Yeah.
Ice got his name, man. They shout so much.
And Lorenzo Ice-T.
Thank you, Ely. Boy, that was quick. and Cool just celebrated a birthday.
I'm not going to tell his age. age.
Yeah. I didn't realize he was that much. I didn't realize he was that much older than we were.
He said on TV today, so
it's public record.
You want me to say it? Yeah, you can 65. Say it. 65.
I didn't realize he was that much older than we are.
Shout out to my man Bubby Love. We talked about that today. Bubby Love said, Cool.
But you guys had some success too, with Sam the Beast and y'all had records too, man.
Yeah, came out of Richmond. We're gonna do, but I'm gonna do. Here we're gonna do. Gonna rock some boots. Peace. What up? Peace.
Sam the Beast from
without a pause. And they sampled Chuck D's voice. Peace from the East. Without a pause. Yeah, that's what it was. Something like that.
Sam, man.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I hit Cool up and I was like, listen, man, my name will live on for eternity because he shouts out all the DJs. There's a lot of DJs he shouts out on that song.
But at the end, he said,
it's my name.
Hold on. Let me dedicate one out to Frank Ski and Lorenzo Ice-T.
Yes. And Frank Ski, I remember we were standing on the side of the stage, Frank Ski and I, when he performed it in Baltimore.
Right.
And I don't think that was the cut that they used. But Frank, that's why we don't get the shout out until the end because everyone else is written in. It was all DC DJs that he's shouting out within the song. And then he comes to the end and Frank Ski and I stand on the side of the stage because Frank it was at Hammer Jacks. It got recorded at Hammer Jacks. So we're standing on the side. So as he, is performing, he looks over and he shouts us out. But that recording they didn't use because the call and response, I don't think it was as good in Baltimore as it was when he went in the studio, when he did it in, I know he did the Philadelphia remix. So Yeah, but we've talked about that. So thank you, DJ Cool. And he's gonna be on the show soon, right?
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Gotta get him on the show. Trying to get him on next
I'll let him tell you how I came up with the record.
Well, I mean, he was performing like at Ivory's Uptown Lounge back when we was in Richmond on college night at on a Tuesday night. And I just remember him cutting up records live in the club going, one more time, baby.
Let me know if you're good to go.
Say, hold up.
Wait a minute. That's a 20-minute workout.
But it all comes from the crowd. You know, he learned the DJing is about responding to what the crowd wants to hear.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yep.
And that's how he developed that record. You know, by testing it out. Ivory's band, Rich was big on that thing.
Oh yeah, we loved it.
Yeah. But it's all that style with the go-go. The go-go doesn't get as much credit as it deserves because people take our music and they sample it, but they don't call it go-go.
Right.
Salt and Pepper record, that was Junkyard Band playing. The Beyonce record, Rich Harrison was from DC. That was a go-go record. So they take styles and put it in the music, but they wouldn't call it go-go. But it had go-go now is gotten to be where you can actually get a Grammy for a go-go in a category now, which is the official music of the city. And when that documentary came out, the gentrification ice, where they try to come in there, they tried to tell the go-go jokers, hey man, that go-go music too loud. That's how it started.
That's right.
Yeah, they said, man, you ain't gonna mess with our music.
That's
they had the dogs walking on Howard University, can't talk about the dog park. Wait, you gonna walk dogs on the middle of the campus saying it's a dog park? You would not do that at GW or AU. You know, so we that developed out of that, and that's how.
So they stopped. So they did stop the dog park at Howard University.
Yeah, they're gonna take the dog. Say it's a dog. Like we thought it was a dog park.
We gonna take our dogs and let them poop on your yard. No. Take that to Georgetown. That to Georgetown.
Yeah. Well, we've had a lot of good people come out of our area. You know, the Genuines and the Johnny Gills, and I mean, we got some Stacy Lattisaw definitely big. You know, we have some really good talent.
But that go-go man, when watching the documentary, you know, I didn't know the Junkyard Band was actually playing on junkyard stuff.
Yeah,
when I saw that, I was like, that's why they call them the Junkyard Band. It makes sense, but I had no idea that they were actually beating.
They were on Def Jam. Thomas probably could tell you. I don't know if he was there, but on the flip side, that a lot of those records happen. You know, with promotion, some things can happen by themselves, but Salt and Pepper, all these groups, they've come into our town and took that sound and put it in the recipe, stirred around, say, man, they ain't go-go. It's a different type of music, just like pop music. Right. Pop music is still, disco music is still here.
Right.
They just don't call it disco.
They just don't call it disco no more.
As a DJ, tempo is very important.
Right.
Like when people bring me a record, I listen to the record, I say, man, I don't think that record's going to fit. And you know the reason why? Because I listen to the tempo.
Okay.
The tempo got something to do on programming. You know what I'm saying? And the shorter the record is, the better shot, because people that don't know about the music business is not based on music. It's based on advertising. You look at the Super Bowl, Pizza Hut or Taco Bell, what the hell they got to do with the Super Bowl? But it's about association. And association can blow you up. Just like with the hip hop. I look at the hip hop where Biggie was hot. He made everybody hot. Right. And I'm sure Thomas and all the people that work in hip hop, they can tell you association get you on. If you're hot, you can bring the next person on. Even with Dr. Dre, he made Eminem hot. Or, all the records. Whoever's hot,
bring them on.
Yeah, but it's a quick burn.
True.
Because your audience gets older.
True.
You see what I'm saying? LL Cool J and Queen Latifah, if they try to put stuff up, they're gonna have their fans, but the youth is the ones that are gonna access the music. And right now, people ain't buying music; they renting the music.
Yeah, true that.
Streaming is renting the house. You don't even own the house. You have access. Look, it's a timeshare.
Wow, that's an interesting way to look at it. And they're not getting a lot of money from it either.
No, they're not getting money. So
Yeah, I was explaining. I mean, when Craig explained it to us last week, I said they only make what on 1 million streams? That's all. When the worst thing that could ever happen to an artist is streaming, because at one time you can buy a $9.99 disc, and if you sell 1 million of them, that's $10 million.
Yeah.
And you get a portion of it.
They found a way. They
But
found
if you got 10 million
streams, the money.
If you got 10 million streams, you don't make the same type of money. And shout out to Thomas. He said no lies detected on that.
Right.
Yeah. And then, and like I said before, the business model has changed, just like anything else.
Right.
The way these artists make money is mostly by shows.
Right.
And then if you think about it, look at Beyonce. She put a record out. Was it Dionne Warren had written a song? I mean, no, she didn't write the song, but she made a comment on Beyonce. She had put a record out, and she had 21 writers. Like, you're taking other people's music too and sampling, and you're not making no money. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of things behind the business. If you do your research and your homework, a lot of people ain't making what you think they are.
Right.
And some people, they're taking credit for the idea, probably was not the originator of the idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So is that why she charges so much for her tickets?
Yeah, them tickets are incredible.
Shout out to my man Mark Green from Virginia State
Mark
University.
Mark Green, man. That's another legend. Y'all gotta get Mark on here.
Hey, Mark.
Mark putting the book out too.
Hey, Mark, look here. Tom has been on the show.
Man, everybody got to be on here.
Everybody, okay, all
Mark
right.
got a lot of stories too.
He just confirmed, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yep, y'all saw it in writing his name there. So
it's right there.
Out,
right there, brother. Don't act like we don't know you when I call you.
Mark got a booking. Mark is graduated from just promote music. He got a booking celebrity agency that books groups, man. He's been doing a lot of things.
He's been doing that for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
But it's crazy.
He went to Virginia State, so of course, because he went to Virginia State. I mean, that's what we do.
Virginia State.
You went to state too. You went to state too, Bo. Yeah, but you went to state, Bo. So we
I did. Only person I can remember Boo is Tony Braxton.
I think we need to create a curriculum, because so many of us have come out of state and got into the industry without really. I mean, we should be able to teach a curriculum at Virginia State University for everything that we do, so we can have students coming out doing that.
But you got to talk about 24 South Union.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you even get the party. You got to go where the party started.
I ain't talking about Mousy. But you know what? What's the name owned it? 24 South Union ended up becoming Flavors. That was Fat Tommy's spot.
Man, Tommy's on it. Tommy knew where the money was at.
The marketing went all the way back. He called it the mouse trap.
Not the mouse trap.
I'm thinking about this syllabus. We're going to get it together. I'm going to pitch it to the president, man. We need to get this together, man. For real. I'm going to talk to Fat Tommy and put something together, E.
You called me earlier. So, Bo, what's next for you, brother? I mean, you got a documentary out. You've done tremendous work in the music industry. You work with some of the biggest artists when they were in their prime. You've grown artists to become some of the biggest names in the business that are currently touring now. When's the book coming out? I know a book coming out, right?
Oh, it's coming, man.
I figured the book was coming out.
Yeah. I'm tired of people asking me what I do. What does Bo do?
What does Bo do?
Yeah, because I go places, man. People see me, man. As soon as I leave, man, what does Bo do? They be whispering and stuff. I mean, my thing is, I'm just glad I'm able to stumble into something I enjoy and very passionate about, and can create my own lane. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, the book is definitely something I'm gonna tell. I ain't gonna be about everybody else's business. It's gonna be about my business.
Right.
I did it. What I did. Hopefully, I played point guard, so the point guard passed the ball. I don't shoot. I pass before I shoot. Anybody play basketball, they pass the ball before they shoot. So this is the one time I'm gonna pass and shoot. When I put the book out, I just want to tell the story. Man, it's so many people. And the thing about it, even with the competing record companies, man, we were all friends.
Yeah,
man. We would come
true.
to the parties, man.
Right.
Hey man, we ain't got enough chicken left, man. Can you tell you to get some more chicken out here?
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? We would go there and we would have fun. And
Right.
all the record reps like Craig and Thomas and man, everybody, Danielle Lott and Sherry and everybody, we all friends, man.
Right.
It was like competition, but we would have fun, and I think we contribute a lot to the behind the scenes stuff. And you DJs, man, if y'all didn't play it, it would not be popular. That's why that Hey Mr. DJ record was so hot. You know, when y'all played it, y'all be on the air. That was the ego, man. Hey, Mr. D. Y'all be on the air dancing when the record would be playing and stuff.
Yeah. And Thomas just put something up there, Mr. Lytle, DJ Ebony. The Mid-Atlantic was the shit. What? I mean, because that's the region that we worked, you know, and I worked Baltimore, Washington, and Virginia. So, and I got two questions. What made the Mid-Atlantic the shit? And which part of the Mid-Atlantic region did you like the most? Can't say BET. You already said BET, but between the three, which one did you like the most?
The three, talking about the region, I'm gonna stick with other than DC.
Okay, I guess so. You're gonna say?
I'm gonna say DC, but I mean Richmond and Norfolk, they all were fun, man. We used to have fun, man. That was the run. We made that run,
right?
You know, and also, you know, like TV1, they're doing a lot of good things too. And like, I mean, I'm a black guy, man. I'm gonna stick with the black dudes first. Anything else, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm gonna promote them first before I promote the other day. If we don't help each other, we're not gonna be here. We have to kind of like, it's so much knowledge. And the thing about it, I had role models, to be honest.
True.
If I ain't had nobody in front of me, I ain't know what to go for. Like I told you about Ron and West Party and all that. And we all kind of bumped heads as far as working together in the same, you know, way we would promote music. There ain't no record pools no more. You know, not like they used to be. Of course, they're trying to push vinyl back, but I don't know. Things are a lot different.
Right.
You know, I try to educate myself on what's the latest. Like find somebody young, man. Just ask the average guy, man, what y'all listening to?
Right.
You know, we don't listen to radio like we used to.
No, they don't.
They got their own. See, it's not moving at the pace that it was. A record used to break. It might break in 3 months. Now it might be over a year. And after a while, I got to the place I ain't even promoting new old music. I'll be like going to radio, say, hey man, can y'all play some new recurrent records? Give me a new recurrent record. I want a new record. Can you stop playing the same old records y'all been playing? After a while, you get tired of it. You know, you got to try something new, man. People like change, but you don't want to go too fast, but you got to give them something different.
All right. We mentioned Ivory's Uptown Lounge and Polo Bay in Richmond. What were some of the clubs in the Mid-Atlantic region?
Oh, man.
You know, you had to bring the classics. Okay. In DC, right?
Metro Club. Of course, you're going to say that. Fox Trap. Silver Shadow.
Woo! That was my spot.
Was.
That was my spot.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. With Marsha. Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Is she still living, Marsha?
That I do not know. Yeah,
I mean, Baltimore has some good stuff too now. And Richmond,
let me know. Say that again.
I said Ivory's and all the Broad Street, man. Y'all had some stuff going on there too.
So, hey, Bo, any regrets in the business?
Nope, I ain't got no regrets.
No regrets.
There's a couple times I was gonna move to California for jobs and stuff, but I decided, you know, I just stayed with the family, you know.
Right.
You know, and then it's funny because some of the people that been in the business that were started before me or after me, they ain't in the business no more. It's funny. Right. I'm like, man, you ain't been in the business 10, 20 years. I'm still got my toe in the water and one in the water.
Right.
You know, I don't have no regrets because, you know, hey man, God's in control and I'm sticking with that theme, you know.
The thing about it is
same too.
This is gonna live on the internet. So for the person that checks this out, that wants to get into the business, on this day in 2023, if you had to give them advice on getting into the business, what would that advice be?
Well, my advice would be basically to keep your reputation, do research, always continue to network, because the entertainment business like musical chairs. Joke will be there 1 minute, next minute he be gone. So,
Right.
it's you got to keep up with what's going on before it becomes popular. Whoever talks about it first is usually the one that benefits from it. So I would try to, and don't try to get paid in the beginning. Just, you can't, it's hard to make money off your passion. Right. I did it for free for 2.5 years and didn't know what I was going to do, but it paid off. And that's in any industry.
That's
you
crazy.
You got to read the paper and everything, man. You got to keep up.
Yeah, that's crazy, because I started off in college radio. It was free. And then I worked at a AM radio station, and it was half free sometimes, because if Lorenzo laughing because he knows what I'm about to say, the first person to cash their check wins.
Oh no.
Because the rest of the checks may bounce when you go to the bank. And that was a hard pill to swallow. But when you broke in college, it wasn't as bad. But
right.
But me and Lorenzo, we would get our checks. It might, probably 10 or 15 of us. Whoever get to the bank.
Hurry up, get to the bank.
Get to the bank first.
Yep.
Because those checks would bounce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the program director. Tom said the bishop.
It wasn't the bishop, Tom.
It wasn't the bishop.
Wasn't the bishop.
Wasn't the bishop.
The bishop's money was right.
Yeah. But you graduate to doing other things. There's always going to be something new. I think the social media is good, but man, you can't take away the personal touch.
Right.
I don't care what nobody says, man. You get advantage when you put time into it. You gotta make time a factor. If you ain't got no time to do nothing, it ain't gonna happen. Right. You gotta create demand supply. Sow a seed. When you water, you gotta water it and let it grow. It ain't gonna grow right away. Right. Check your Bible out. That's what I heard. You reap what you sow.
Reap what you sow.
Yeah, but like I said, man, we've had so much fun, man, over the years. It's incredible. I don't even know how they paid us for doing what we were doing.
Hey, Bo, I think I was able to find, if we got a second, the part where I was talking to Mary J. Blige and I dropped your name. Let me see if I got.
Oh, okay.
You kept got the audio?
Yeah.
That's what's up. That is what's up. That is what's up.
Can you?
Talk to Morris Baxter.
Morris Baxter, you bringing people back from all over the place.
Well, Morris lives here in Atlanta. But Morris lives in Atlanta. He does the morning show at the jazz show here. David Linton is the general manager.
Oh yeah, David's kicking it too.
Yeah.
It's good to see people doing other stuff,
Yeah, absolutely. Because they have the living legends here.
We should have started that back here. There's a photographer indeed. There's a couple great photographers in our area, like Augie Ogburn and the Baker brothers. Man, they got so much pictures. It's unbelievable, man. Just the footage of the industry.
So you got the audio low?
Yeah, let me see. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Just put your thumbs up if you can hear it. You can't hear it?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's over there.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't hear it.
Yeah.
All right.
But Bo, man, I truly appreciate that you took the time.
I appreciate y'all
to do the show, brother. Like I said, one of the things that Lorenzo and I wanted to do is to make sure that we talk to the brothers and sisters that were instrumental on the back end of some of the largest artists, the people that you adore, the music that you bought, the movies that you go watch because they went from being artists on the air to artists in the industry in terms of television and movies and things of that nature. And they didn't do that by themselves. They were people that were in the background that did all of the grunt work, that, like you said, put up the posters, went out with the DJs, went out and promoted their records and fought with folks to make sure that they hit. So we want to show you. Look, you never promoted us. We don't care, but we understand what you did. So we give you your roses while you still here, my brother.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about it is, I see you at Essence. I see you on the Tom Joyner cruise. Hell, I don't know when we'll see each other again, but I know it's gonna be right.
But yeah, if there's a back door, I'm gonna sneak in.
It always is.
Are you making plans to attend Essence this year?
I don't know. I might.
Yeah,
I usually do. That's usually my thing. Go down Essence, eat. Gotta eat.
Well, listen, man, you might want to, join Eric and I, and we're making the trip to Africa in December.
Yeah, I heard about that. Y'all
we're going to Egypt, man. We got to re-educate ourselves, go find the facts and see the truth.
Egypt.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be a good trip. Anybody that wants to go, I think you should go. If I'm able to go, I would go. But I have to see. I try not to commit to nothing I'm not sure. But if I could go, I would go.
All right.
I've never been to Africa.
You're more than welcome, man.
We have to change our name when we get back.
you may feel like you want to when you get back.
Go back and change, man. You don't know what you talking about.
And they whitewashed everything, man. and yes, they have. The more and more I read, the more and more I see. It's like, yo, man, it's ridiculous. You got to question everything we've been educated on by them.
I tell you what, I compliment y'all for even putting that together, man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
if you do it once, you're gonna do it again.
Yeah, I mean
be an annual thing.
That is the plan. I've also had a conversation with AJ Johnson already. She has dual citizenship in Ghana, so her and I
got dual citizenship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she has it. So, I stay in contact with her quite a bit, and she's helped me. She's helped me quite a bit putting this together. Give me ideas and things to do. So
we have evolved. We have got older. We've got more mature. Because
wiser.
At one time we were in Jamaica.
Yeah, for sure.
We were from partying in Jamaica every year to now we're going to Egypt.
I had to change it up, man. Show some growth. You know what I mean?
That's a new level.
You can't be hedonism all the time.
No, I can't do it. Can't do it anymore. And I got a 9-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So, and married.
Well,
so
you can come back and tell them what you learned too.
Mm-hmm. I will. Trust me, I will.
We're going to Egypt, not Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Good stuff, bro. Yep. But bro, I appreciate that you got on here. Is any parting words you want to leave, or
hey, man,
we didn't drop
you to have me on here. Look out for the book. It's coming either June or September.
How can they find you on social media, my brother?
Bodacious One. That's the name of my company. Bodacious1.com or Bo Sampson _Bodacious One.
Okay, Lo, how can they find you?
Man, they can find me Monday through Friday, 3 to 7 p.m. on Star 94.5. And you can also find me Saturday nights from 6 to 10 on Hot 105 in Miami. So I do Orlando during the week, Miami on the weekend. So, and of course, on Twitter at Lorenzo Thomas, IG at Lorenzo Ice T. That's ICETEA. Eli, where can they find you, bro?
And they can find me at Convo with the DJ on all my social media platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can find me at Convo with the DJ. And of course, I do an internet radio show on 100 Hip Hop and R&B FM each and every night, as well as Saturdays from noon to 2. So yeah, I'm still a job.
And don't forget that Friday night house party with DJ Ebony,
with
man.
DJ Ebony. Man, I'm so glad. Because he would have wore me out.
Yeah, man.
Right out to Thomas. I do a house party with DJ Ebony every Friday night from midnight to 5 o'clock in the morning. Straight house
gonna be
all
hot
night long.
Y'all should have an after party after this. After this.
You're tired, right?
Lil Mama said, it's time for you to get off. Hey, we're about to end this thing. Hey, Bo, stick around for a second. Oh, yeah, we heard it.
Yeah, you heard it?
We heard it.
Okay.
We heard it. That's the beautiful thing about being live. Somebody can say, Man, that is so cute. His daughter goddamn was like, "You time for you to leave." We will see you guys next week. Hopefully, we got the incomparable DJ Cool, because we're gonna make sure he gets on, and we're gonna talk about a whole lot of good stuff.
Oh my goodness,
that's gonna be a good one.
Absolutely.
Woo! All of them been good though.
They've been all good, man. I ain't gonna lie. They all have been good.
Mm-hmm.
They all have been good. And we'll see.
Can't wait for the book, Bo. Can't wait for the book, Bo. Can't wait for the book. Thank you, Thomas, for putting it up there, dog.
Absolutely. And for my guests, make sure you check us out on this platform each and every Thursday night, 8 p.m. And we'll see you next week.